see the ladies walking along one by one. I never wanna hear I have a boyfriend. Tell me why I'm stuck as a virgin with rage. Tell me why I so need a cute girl my age. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I have a boyfriend.
Alrighty, welcome back to episode 17 of the Three Guys 5 Feet Apart podcast. As always, I am your host Michael. Joining me today are...
It's your boy Austin.
Jonah.
I am Alex.
That was weird.
Or am I?
It's an imposter.
Plot twist. This is a very special episode, episode that's very near and dear to my heart. Because I finally convinced these guys to let me talk about my favorite thing on the internet, which is Chris Chan.
Chris Chan.
No.
Chris Chan, who is amazing, who is
We all
awesome.
did.
And we get to talk about Chris Chan today.
I'm actually
It's
surprised.
not like you haven't
it's your
mentioned
favorite
him
thing.
in like 5 of our videos.
Yeah, there's a
already.
lot of videos where I kind of go on like Chris Chan tirades.
Now this is only Chris Chan.
This is the Chris Chan episode.
So
I
we're
think for
sorry.
the logo for this episode, I'm gonna have like either the Sonichu
Sonichu
medallion
medallion.
or
Yeah,
like one of the
Sonichu.
iconic Chris Chan photos. The one where he's like looking, you know, like cockeyed off the side. He looks like he has like not a thought in his head.
I hate that I know that. I knew too much about Chris Chan.
You
I
do,
did
'cause
not
I'm
know.
obsessed with him. But so Chris Chan's kind of like back in the limelight because he recently released this like very long tweet thread. He actually released a couple where he's just going full crazy, and it was
How is
basically
he full crazy now and he wasn't before?
it. Well, there's like a degree of crazy with Chris Chan, but now it's like, oh, this is something new.
He
so
tried to
it's-
cut open a hole in his taint
Yeah,
to make
Chris
a
Chan
vagina because he thought,
thought
he
he had
was a
was growing a vagina, so he decided he's like, I'm gonna
As
cut my
one
taint
does,
open.
you
As
know?
one
and
does.
continually
You know?
cut it open after it was trying to heal and it got super infected.
It didn't get infected.
Or-
That's they.
How did it not get infected?
Everyone like convinced Chris to finally like go see a doctor, and he actually got like professionally treated at a certain point.
What does that doctor think?
I mean,
Dr. Pride
like,
thought he was insane.
How has he not ended up in an asylum?
Yeah, I'm surprised
really-
they didn't lock him
you know,
up right there.
Originally, Christian probably shouldn't be in an asylum because he was high functioning, but like now it very much seems like Christian cannot live on his own. Like he should have some kind
Is
of
his
adult
mom dead yet?
supervision. Not yet, but she's pretty freaking old. Like any day now. Literally, it could be any day now.
no, like
she's dead
Chris
right now.
just didn't get the help he needed as
Yeah.
a child. It's like
The tragedy of
he
Christian.
could
Did
have been.
any
He
of
could
us-
have been fine. He could have been fine, but
Yeah.
it's too late now.
The tragedy of Christian is the fact that in all reality of like his parents actually bothered to like give him the special education he needed, bothered to like set boundaries and consequences with him. Christian could be like a relatively normal, high functioning member of society today. But they didn't. They failed at that. They coddled him and they insisted on no special education because they were already very old when they had him. So they were already like the old, stuck in their ways fuddy-duddies in like the 1980s. So
How old is
obviously,
Christian?
Christian currently is like 39, going to be 40 next
He's that
February.
young? I thought he was a little bit older than that.
I bet
He
they
looks-
regretted
You
that
say-
decision.
you say
Yeah,
it's
Christian
young?
has aged terribly. Yeah,
Old.
all the pictures I see of Christian, he has this just like 1,000-yard stare. You know, the lights are on,
Yes.
but no one's home. Like it looks like Christian has no internal monologue going on.
I saw an interview with him. I think you were the one that showed me with Mad Lad.
Yeah, Count Dankula.
And
That's
like
my
he was
favorite
asking
one.
him all these questions, and Christian was just like, he didn't really have a lot to say about much.
Yeah, Christian is painfully uncreative. That's another aspect that I love about Christian is like some people are not creative. Like I know we try to do creative projects every once in a while, and some of you guys like are like, I'm just not creative.
Yeah,
I'm like, you can
I'm
be.
really I'm like okay, but like I'm not
Yeah.
really like.
But like
I could be if
Christian
I'm passionate
is
about it.
very painfully uncreative. I mean, biggest example is just take Christian's
Freaking-
pride and joy, Sonichu. The Christian was like, I like Sonic, I like Pikachu. We're gonna combine them.
Sonichu. Hey, it's working out for him.
Sort of.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, now he believes it's all real and that they live in another dimension that he's the god of, so...
Do you think he really believes that, or like people were just like asking him so many questions?
I think
and, like,
he really believes
I
that.
did he bring that into existence first, or did other people? And he was like, "Ooh, I like that. And
So,
I'm getting attention for it, so therefore it's gonna be real for
so
me."
the origin of Christian's current mindset goes all the way back to the Alec Benson Leary saga. And basically, Alec Benson Leary was another web comic artist, in air quotes, because he was really just a troll just trying to mess with Christian, who created his own web comic called Asperchew. Another little context to this is that Christian hates Asperger's and thinks that it takes the quote unquote, the limelight away from autistic people, even though Asperger's is on the autistic spectrum. Technically, if Christian was like diagnosed like a year later, he would have been diagnosed with Asperger's
Does
instead of
Christian
autism.
know that he's like special?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Christian, it's another funny thing with Christian and his autism, is like, well, I am high functioning autistic, so I can still do all the stuff that regular people do. But then if someone like questions like, why don't you get a job? I cannot get a job for I have autism. So Christian always is like, well, I'm high. Every time someone like, oh, you can't do this because you have autism. Christian's like, well, I have high functioning autism. And then we're like, well, if you're really high functioning, then you should be able to do this. Christian's like, no, I can't do that. I have autism. So Christian used it as both like a crutch and as also as like, oh, I'm high functioning.
Defense,
Yeah. But back to Asperchew. Christian hates Asperger's for some random reason. And so this webcomic artist decided to mess with Christian and create Asperchew, who is a combination of Sonichu, who's like Sonichu, but it looks like Christian, so it's kind of fat, it's got like the man boobs, and has like a little stupid goatee, and it has Asperger's. And is named Asperchew. So Alec Benson Leary, the whole reason Christian, oh my god, I need to turn that down. The whole reason Christian learned about Asperchew was because at the time Christian had a website called The Quickie, and the guys that ran Asperchew put advertisements for Asperchew on The Quickie, but they made them like really big and in Christian's face, and so he got really upset about it. So him and Alec Benson Leary, the guy that created it, started having these phone calls, and Christian's talking to him like, why can't you like decrease the size of your ads? And he's like, well, I already paid for the ad space. And Christian's like, well, how about you put ads for Sonichu on your Asperchew site? He's like, well, if you want to buy ad space, you can do that. And Christian's like, well, no, I don't want to spend money. And so basically what happens is in the conversations, Christian's like, I don't think Asperchew would want to be called Asperchew. And Alex is like, well, it doesn't matter because he's a cartoon character. It's like he doesn't have any thoughts. And he's like, you don't believe cartoon characters can have their own thoughts? And Alex like, it's funny. I need to show you guys the video. He's like, answers like, almost like annoyed, like, no, they're not real, Chris. And Chris is like, you are naive. That's actually what Christian is the last time I laugh at, but the only thing that pisses me off is when Christian like thinks he has some kind of knowledge you don't. Like, Christian, you are bafflingly underqualified to talk to anyone about anything. You have no special knowledge.
Yeah.
So basically that's cemented. Christian watched the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and they have that cartoon world in that movie. And so Christian,
is that the one with like the sexy redhead lady?
Yeah, Jessica Rabbit. So Christian now thinks that like all cartoons live in their own separate dimension.
So I did hear that. Yeah,
that was the first sort of like taste, and also the Family Guy episode Into the Multiverse introduced the concept of a multiverse to Christian. So those two things cemented like Sonichu is real in another universe.
And he thinks that the Family Guy,
yeah,
he thinks that that's real too.
He got the idea from Family Guy, so he thinks Family Guy is real.
He thinks all cartoons are real.
He thinks all fictional media is real in a separate universe called C197.
Where did C197 come from? Like, why?
That's
why
from
they
Rick and
choose-
Morty.
Yeah, it's from Rick and Morty. I think it came from the idea. So we're getting to that part. So already people who watch Christian know that like Christian believes that all of his characters, at this point, it's only his characters are real in another dimension. Okay. These trolls in like actually fairly recently, 2017, 2018, called the Idea Guys came out, and their goal was to see how gullible Christian was. So they convinced Christian that like there is another dimension with all the fictional characters in it called C197. I got the idea from Rick and Morty. And they started saying, well, we can tell what's going on in C197. And so they would use it to like blackmail and mess with Christian. They said like Nazis took over Quickville. They changed Sonichu's birthday to 420.
No way.
So not only the we joke, but also Hitler's birthday, which I don't think Christian
Hitler's
ever.
birthday's on 420.
Yeah, I don't think
that's
Christian
dope.
ever understood that like it was Hitler's birthday. So basically, the idea, guys, and they also implanted the idea that Christian is a goddess off some video game series called Hyperdimension Neptunia, where like all the goddesses are based on different game consoles. So they were like, Christian, you're the goddess of the Commodore console, and like they actually convinced Chris to do some really crazy stuff. Like they told Chris like, hey, your My Little Pony figure that you customized, like that there's got a Nazi implanted a listening device in it. So there's a video of Christian like destroying the figure.
Oh my god! No.
There was one time they told Christian that one of the Hyperdimension Neptunia goddesses was at a local GameStop. So Christian, I don't know if there's a video of this, but Christian apparently went to the GameStop and honked his horn trying to get this fictional character's attention, and then like went up to the glass and was trying to like look into the GameStop to look for her. It's really messed up. These guys actually, and then they later on, a lot of them tried to extort money out of Chris, and that was
That'd be, like, the easiest thing to
yeah,
do.
that was kind of the messed up part that made a lot of the people that watch Chris kind of take action and dox these guys. So they're out of the picture now. But all the beliefs, it's funny because Christian's like, oh, I undid all the corruption the idea guys did. But the biggest thing, the dimensional merge in C197, is still like part of it. So Christian, it just goes to show that Christian literally never learns his lesson, ever. And so the latest thing that's happened is, yeah, Christian tweeted that like, basically Christian's horny again. Yeah, basically Christian tweeted like, all these past girls that actually visited me, they had their chances with me.
I thought he was a woman.
Yeah, Christian's a lesbian trans woman, so she still, wants some lady time.
Okay.
Yeah, Christian's really weird. She hates the males. She does not even like looking down at her own penis.
It's probably like shriveled up.
It probably is not really.
Probably looks
anymore.
like Darth Sidious.
I mean, already, like, if you can see pictures of it on the quickie. Christian already had like a
You
weird.
can see pictures of it.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
see
He's
uncensored
taking
pictures of Christian's penis, and it's got a freaky, weird bend in it.
I can't believe you've seen that.
Yeah, it's messed up. I'm not happy that I've seen it, honestly. It's funny. So Christian's nickname for penises is ducks, replacing the I in dicks with a U. So he'll be like, I do not like the sight of ducks. So if you look at the quickie page that is titled Duck, which talks about Christian's penis, there is like a little PNG in the corner of a cartoon duck, but its body is a penis. It's Christian's like small bent penis. But it's got like the head is like got a duck bill on it, and it's got like little flipper feet.
Oh my god.
It's the worst thing in the world. Oh my god. I'm gonna show you guys that. So basically Christian tweeted, the TLDR is that I'm horny again.
That was literally it.
Yeah, it's basically like, I'm guessing Christian ran out of his hormone medication that was suppressing his sex drive or whatever he was taking. So now it's just like, Christian's like, oh,
He had a tweet about it.
yeah, Christian's just like, I want a woman, I want a real life woman.
Do you think he's ever had sex with anybody?
He has, he hired a prostitute. And then Christian like,
there hasn't been any like girl fans that are like
no.
feel really bad, so they like try to like.
I don't
there
think
were some
anyone.
other-
There is
I don't think
literally-
anyone
There's
would
no like
do that.
super weird chick
First
out
off,
there
you
that,
wouldn't
like, is, like,
feel
oh.
bad for Christian if you knew about Christian, because you realize he brings a lot of it on himself.
But there's not one single person out there that's as weird as him that like wants to like get with him.
Yeah, Jacob Sockness, that was another arc that happened, and that was actually really scary for a while, because they kind of thought Christian was going to get raped by this guy.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, Christian tweeted basically about how he's sad he hasn't had more sexual experiences beside the 2 times he had a prostitute.
Yeah.
And he
Just
also,
imagine being that prostitute showing up.
allegedly,
with
she quit after that.
that. I would too.
Yeah, that's a whole, like, thing with the prostitute. It was really funny. Christian brought her a gift basket, apparently.
No way.
Yes way. Of like just random crap like Hello Kitty Pez dispenser and a bunch of other crap.
You should have gave her a Sonichu
He
medallion.
should have given her a Sonichu medallion.
Hasn't he remade Sonichu
Yes, he's remade it a couple times. The original was sent to a troll that he thought was a real life girl, and the troll destroyed it. The second one was destroyed when some trolls blackmailed him, and he had to cut it into 4 pieces and shove it up his butt.
What?
Not even joking.
What?
That's actually like generally.
How
looked
does
at.
this happen? I don't.
And
How has he not died?
Exactly.
Like,
How do people blackmail him so much? I don't understand.
stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, he's stupid.
And he doesn't
like-
stay off the internet.
Yeah, if Christian just stay off the internet, he can just have a normal life. The third one, I think they said that he like dropped it at like a card shop, a hobby shop, and apparently like people that like saw it happen said like he cried and like lifted up the pieces in his hand like he was holding a baby bird. And the current one is so nasty looking, and honestly, like he should destroy it and make a new one, or at least retire the one he's currently wearing. I've seen so many pictures of it, and it looks so gross. Like I wouldn't want to touch it.
It's probably
I don't wanna
because
touch anything of his
it's probably because
ever.
he's gross.
Yeah,
They should probably just burn the house down that he lives in.
he already did that.
Wait, he burned his house down?
yeah, he's had a
That's
house.
I like how
fire.
you say these like exaggerations, but that's the best. That's the best part about Christian. He's done all this stuff before. Yeah, Christian. His parents are hoarders.
Is that really
his-
his name, Christian, or is that just like his YouTube?
It's Christian Chandler. Originally Christopher Chandler. Currently, actually Christine Chandler. He had it legally changed. That's a whole topic about Christian's trans identity and why I choose to refer to him with male pronouns. It's just because if you actually take the time to look back at all the history of Christian, there are a couple things
My
here.
goal is a Christorian.
Yeah, not an amateur historian. There's a couple of moments where you're like, maybe that was like a Freudian slip, and Christian actually did admit that he wants to like be a woman. But Christian has for so long held very tightly to who he was. What my general theory, I after observing Christian and seeing how he thinks and how he operates, I don't think Christian is mentally capable of making that like
Choice.
doing that soul searching. Well, not a choice, because for a lot of them it's not really a choice, but I don't think Christian's mentally capable of doing that kind of like self-reflection to determine that, oh, I'm trans. Christian just does not have that mental capacity. Like if you observe Christian, you're just like, okay, the female thing. Honestly, if you took the time to like get in good with Christian, you could probably convince him to switch back fairly easily. If you actually like took the time to get in good with them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think you'd have to be like a female to switch him back. But yeah, Christian, I do not believe she is truly trans.
I mean, he just acts the same.
And also, most of Christian's history, all the best parts are all when he was a guy. So, but yeah, Christian burned his house down on accident. His after his father died, they got a Keurig coffee maker,
As one
And-
does.
as one does. Not like right after, not like they left the funeral. I was like, we gotta go pick up our Keurig.
Fill the void in our life.
Yeah.
Make coffee with his ashes.
But like his mom's a huge hoarder, and the hoarding only got worse after his father died. So there was no outlets that he could access in the kitchen. In all reality, some of the pictures and videos he's shown of the kitchen, like the kitchen looked like you could barely use it at all.
Is it like
It's
cooking
really
with the
bad.
Hoarders? Is it that bad?
It's that bad, yeah.
Okay.
Cooking with Hoarders, another great YouTube channel you should check out. We actually genuinely love it.
It's so
It
hilarious.
is. That guy's awesome. But so Christian ran an extension cord from the bathroom to the kitchen to plug in the coffee maker. And so what happened was by repeatedly opening and closing the bathroom door, because you're going to close it because you want your privacy to get your business done.
Yeah.
He wore away the protective coating on the cord, so it was just exposed wire, and the spark just ignited the fire. And obviously, because they have a big hoarding problem, there's tons of crap everywhere to keep the fire going. Actually, one firefighter got injured when they were trying to put out the fire because like stuff fell on him.
So the house didn't burn down?
It got pretty messed up. Like inside, there was like a shell of the outside left, and they had insurance though, so it got put back together.
gosh.
So they're currently living in the house.
Okay.
You know, it got
Hey,
fixed
that's
up.
one way to get rid of a bunch of stuff.
You know what's funny? His mom like got a bunch of the fire damage stuff that like they were trying to throw out and brought it back into the house.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
he that's how bad her hoarding
But
problem
it's all
is.
burned up now.
And Christian also recently tweeted that the hoarding problem is still really bad. He's like, "Oh, we have like a whole room that's just like I can't access because it's just full of stuff."
I could never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would just. I can't.
You want to see? You should never go into Christian's house. By the way, he has 2 dogs, which he is not potty trained. They're not even puppies anymore.
He's
They're
not
like
potty trained?
the 2 dogs that he
Oh.
has.
Why?
They're too lazy to open the door to let the dogs out. Christian's like, my mom can't keep doing that. I was like, well, why can't you freaking do it, Christian?
So they just let the dogs go. to the
Well,
bathroom
They like
and
put
go
down newspaper and stuff to let the dogs do their business.
If he's saying that you can't keep doing that, then why do you have dogs?
Exactly. Christian honestly shouldn't have any pets.
Yeah,
He has a bunch
I
of
feel
cats.
bad for those
Yeah,
dogs.
poor dogs.
The cats are the most. I know Austin and Jonah love cats, so
I
you
love
guys might
cats.
get offended when you hear this.
I am offended.
The poor babies.
Christian treats cats almost like, you know, socks. Once one gets worn out and ripped, you just go get a new one.
Oh, I keep all my socks.
There's a lot of like, so they don't. The property around their house is also all crappy too, because they obviously don't do any landscaping or anything. So they have a lot of stray cats that hang out around. Also, they feed the stray cats. That's another big problem. So one of the stray cats had a litter, and so Christian brought the cat in, and people were like looking at the images he posted, like, that cat does not look good, Christian. You need to take it to a vet. And then Christian like got medicine for it, but also tried to scam people out of money by saying he needed money to get the medicine. And then people were like, well, because people were concerned because they didn't want the cat to get hurt. So they were like, well, tell us what the medicine is, and we'll buy it and send it to you. And Christian's like, no, just give me money for the medicine. And that's eventually, and then Christian, by people saying repeatedly, like, no, we're not going to give you money, Christian, because you're going to spend it on toys and Legos and Transformers. They're like, we'll buy the medicine for you. Christian's like, I already have the medicine, just send me the money. And like, wait, you already have the medicine? And Christian's like, oh shit. Yeah, Christian is a terrible liar. So yeah, basically that cat ended up passing away, and his response to that was just go back out and grab another kitten.
No.
Because Christian still wanted a kitten, so after that cat passed, he just went to go grab a different one.
No.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Does anybody know where he lives?
Yeah, his dress is public. 14 branch lane.
Nobody's tried to like go like do something stupid to him.
People have egged his
Yeah.
house, which is pretty shitty.
Nobody's tried to like burn it down or.
No one's
Oh.
been that bad. Because if you mess with Christian too much, then he stops producing content, so you can't laugh at him. That's why, like that's why the rule amongst Christorians now is, you know, look, don't touch. You're allowed to observe Christian, but don't interact with him. Don't mess with him. Which is why
Somebody
people.
needs to interact with them.
Oh yeah, people still mess with them, but they're kind of more condemned now. They're like, oh, this guy's being a ween, which is like the name of like tryhards that try to mess with Christian. So it's such an interesting, like, everything you can think of that's really weird and crazy, Christian has done. One of my favorite videos is Christian tries to do a pull up. He like puts his camera down. He's at like a jungle gym too, which is already kind of creepy. And so he's like he like jumps up and he holds the bar, and like this is how, like, I don't want to sound mean, but Christian's very physically weak.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't expect a lot.
A lot of, apparently a symptom of autism is like lack of muscle definition.
Really?
And, like, it's
Never
so
heard of
weird
that.
when you see
So
Christian.
you must be autistic, Michael.
Oh my god.
Hit
No,
him with the
I'm
clap
hurt.
Michael
back.
probably
hurt.
has the
I'm
most
crying.
muscle out of all of
I was about to
us.
say, I think my muscles are more defined than yours, Alex.
Damn, he just hit him back.
The self-own Alex.
Nobody can see us. So
No one can see. No one can. I should draw like a thumbnail of like Alex and I as like these big buff gods. Yeah. But yeah, Christian like has a scary lack of muscle definition, because Christian's like kind of fat, so you'd assume he at least have like the fat guy build to him, but no, it's just like pure fat on bone. It's almost like a weird body type that you can't even like.
He's unique.
Yeah, he's very unique. Christian's unique in so many aspects, and that's why we love him.
He used to be put in an asylum.
We need to get him a
No,
girlfriend.
he's got
No, we
no,
don't.
no,
one deserves
I was
that.
about to say,
no
you
one
can't do that to a
deserves that.
woman.
I'm sure this
It's like a wild animal.
No, there's no one else.
Just put him out of his misery.
Take him out back and shoot him with the shotgun.
After his mom dies, honestly, that'd probably be the most merciful thing.
What is he like? How is he gonna survive? Like
He's
after-
not. He
He's
can't
not.
afford the mortgage by himself. Much less like
Does
you
he
know.
have? He doesn't have a job or anything.
No, he just gets like
he
Social
doesn't
Security.
want to work.
Yeah, Chris Chan's too busy being
How
a
much do you
goddess
think
of
he
another
gets?
dimension. I think they said he gets like he got a raise after his dad died because you get survivors
He
benefits.
gets a
You get a
raise.
raise.
Yeah, a raise for doing nothing. So I think they said he makes like 12 or 1300 a month.
Are you serious?
It's messed up.
Yeah, he gets that
doesn't
for doing
deserve it.
nothing.
Bro.
He buys
Gosh,
My
I
Little
wanna be
Pony
autistic.
figures with that.
That's
Sorry,
really
that
not.
was really.
It's yeah. I only
Canceled
make,
again,
I
baby.
only make slightly more than Chris Chan.
That's
and
why
I have
he
to-
doesn't
I have
do
to work
anything.
full time. Yeah, it's really messed up. And of course, Chris Chan just spends the money. Recently, he hasn't bought as many toys. He buys like that pseudo spiritual crap because that's what he's into now. So he's buying like multiple sets of tarot cards, like all the
Oh.
crystals that resonate with the frequency of the universe.
Hey. You wanna
Were
be
you gonna say
spiritual?
something?
Yeah, it was. Like, my mind just like went.
You said
blank.
like, "Hey," and there's the pause.
Yes, I zoned out like so hard, like for no reason. All right. Well, keep going.
Oh, okay. I don't know what to go off. You guys have any like Chris Chan questions you want to ask me? Any crazy stuff?
What's the most inappropriate thing he said or done?
He said, or okay, you
Or
gotta.
both.
Okay,
There's a lot.
inappropriate in terms of like sexually. He's got like porn videos.
No, he does not.
What
Yeah,
did
here's a
he
video
How
of
does he
make
have
them?
fun
himself.
videos?
Because the
Like-
trolls tricked him to like film it. Because like the trolls will
Of like just
pretend.
himself?
No, he has a blow up doll.
Oh my
no.
gosh.
During the
What?
Julie saga, the troll was like, "I want to know what you're gonna," because they told like during the Julie saga, they were like the troll that was Julie, who was actually a 13-year-old boy who just hadn't hit puberty yet, so they still had the higher pitched voice, but he still sounded like a boy's voice,
Yeah.
which is the messed up part. But the troll was like, "Hey, I want you to like film a video so I kind of know what our first time in bed's gonna be like." So Chris Chan like translates that to like, "I'm going to get my blow up doll. I'm going to film myself having sex with it." And during the video, Chris Chan, it's kind of become a meme because during the video, Chris Chan's like saying like, "Julie, Julie, Julie."
I hate that because it's my wife's name.
Are you gonna do that? Are you gonna do that?
Julie.
Because we're doing it, she'll be like, "What?" She'll never have sex with me again.
Oh my gosh, bro.
So yeah, that's I guess the most inappropriate thing he's. Oh, that's actually
He said
arguably worse. A troll made him film a video called "Cake Farts."
I don't want to know.
I don't
You
want to
I wanna know
about
No,
it.
you don't
No,
have to
this
tell
is-
me.
I don't
This
think
is
we
the
should.
time, man. We
Got
got
the time. We're getting it all out. We're getting it all out this episode. No more Chris Chan after this episode, unless like he
I
becomes.
mean, you
really
say
in the
that.
limelight
I'm not
again.
gonna believe you.
Oh man.
I'll still talk about it with you guys, just not on the podcast. Okay, Cake
Hmm.
Farts is a troll said she had a fetish for cake farts, which is apparently actually like a subcategory of fetish.
It's
But
disgusting.
essentially, Christian has a video of him sitting on a chocolate cake and farting on it. that's it. That's all the video is.
Is Chris Chan
What a
the
waste of a
person that
cake.
drank his own cum?
Yes. I know you recycled it. You recycled it. Also, he doesn't like that word. He calls it navy.
Navy.
Because the navy is made up of semen.
Yeah. So why doesn't he just call it semen?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Chris Chan, he mixed it with orange Fanta.
That's what you gotta do.
Chris Chan had this weird idea in his head where, like, whatever food you eat the most of that day is what it's gonna taste like. So, this girl's like, I want you. So, he was talking to this girl, I think it was Ivy, because he had a lot of fake girlfriends. And he was like, she was like, I want you to prove it, because you recycle your own gravy, so I want you to prove that it's gonna have that taste. So he's like, okay. So the whole goal of the video was was gonna eat a lot of chocolate syrup, and then he should have chocolate flavored navy, right?
Yeah.
So he, finishes into a cup, that he has, and apparently he says that he routinely has like a clean plastic cup to finish in, and then he has the cup, and there's actually a video. I don't think it's on YouTube anymore because it's got man juice in it, so you can't have that on YouTube. And he's like, he holds it to the camera like, "Look, Ivy," and then like he pours orange Fanta into the cup and then drinks the whole thing back, defeating the purpose of the video because he combines something with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Christian, if it's something terrible,
I've heard there are certain things that you can eat to like make your tongue taste like pineapples for girls.
can we not, use that word? Can we use like Navy or
Grown-ups here.
Yeah.
Cum.
Say cum.
Stop saying.
Come,
Cum.
Michael.
God, Alex, why'd you say it like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, why do you think that word's so weird, though?
I just don't think it's
Does it make you
appropriate for the
uncomfortable?
podcast. That's so dumb.
I think it does.
I'm
Oh my
coming.
God, Michael's freaking out.
I don't think it's podcast appropriate, but maybe someone's gonna laugh at
Fine,
this
we'll say Navy.
That is
Okay.
fine. We said fuck in the last one.
portion. A lot.
Yeah.
We also said Chris would be on the next one, but this is technically the next one, and he's not here.
Oh, yeah. We record back to back, baby.
Oh, well, tell them that.
Oh, that's our
They don't need to
secret.
know that we record like a month's worth of podcasts at a time. That's why they're always like out of date.
Yeah, guys, we don't do that. We record this.
We record them every week. We meet up every week. This is like a full-time gig.
I mean, we usually hang out like once a week.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you can think of it, Christian's done it. Yeah.
I'm thinking of a lot of different things right now.
Jonah, what's your Christian question? You look like you got one.
I want to know, what's your favorite comic that he's done? Because that's what he's really
Okay.
famous for, is the Sonichu comics.
Okay, you know what? I'm glad Jonah brought this up. The Sonichu comics. My favorite Sonichu comic that he's ever done is I think it's Sonichu issue 2. He divides the issues into like episodes because in Christian's mind the comic is more of like a cartoon. And it's when the chaotic combo, all the different colored Sonichus finally meet, and they meet up to team up to battle Black Sonichu, also known as Blake. And the only reason
We're gonna get you, Blake.
yeah, the only reason I like that comic is because it has this really tone-deaf line in it. It's super racist. Looking back, it's super racist. I don't think Christian realized it was racist. But when all the Sonichus are like strategizing how they're gonna defeat Black Sonichu, they get like in like a huddle, and Sonichu begins the huddle with "Darky's got a weak defense." Yeah. So it's like it's not that bad. I mean, there's other moments. There's one of my favorite lines is when like the Sonichu's like, "We have to gather the 7 Sonichu balls." Like this other Sonichu, Darkbind Sonichu, is like, "Oh no!" He who's gathering the Sonichu balls by himself is like, "Oh no, my 2 balls." There's a lot of like lines in the comics.
I just can't believe you've read all the comics.
I have. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty hard to get through. Not only because like the story is crappy and the art's terrible, but also because like Christian's really bad at doing his text. Like sometimes he even has to number like the balloons so you know what order to read them is. So Christian even realized to some degree that like his comics are literally hard to read.
You gotta do what you
I
gotta
just
do.
don't understand why there's people that actually read them.
Because the comics are a good insight to like understanding Chris. They're almost like a very pure form of Chris in a lot of ways.
Has any psychologist ever like broken down stuff of his?
I don't know if any like professional psychologist has ever like
They will once he gets put in an insane
I
asylum.
wrote like a paper on Chris before. He should have one written.
Yeah.
But he's genuinely pretty insane.
What do we think is next for Chris?
Some people speculate that after his mom dies, what's going to happen is going to be called the Homeless Saga.
Oh my god.
So that's kind of what people think about for Chris in the future.
I think
Yeah. I can
Like
see it.
it's going to be really his mom, like I said, is going to die any day now, and
You don't
it's
think
going to
anybody will help him out and like take him in?
I don't know. There's been some theories that like there's some people that might try to take him in, but
I
also
mean-
take advantage of him. it's going to be weird when his mom dies, because it's either going to, some people basically speculate that when his mom dies, it's either going to snap Chris-Chan out of this whole dimensional merge nonsense and, you know, make Chris-Chan at least focus a little bit more.
Back to reality. Oh, the
Yeah.
girl's grabbed.
Or they think it's going to be too traumatic for Chris-Chan to deal with.
Just
And
shut down
this is what I theorize, that Chris-Chan's going to go deeper into it and like fully like abandon reality,
definitely.
basically. Just mentally lose it.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is going to happen based on how he reacted to COVID and how he role-played to be Sonichu for like the first...
How did he react to COVID?
He role-played as Sonichu, so it wasn't Chris-Chan dealing with the problem, it was Sonichu.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he thinks Sonichu and him are one.
No, he just said that Sonichu possessed his body for like 10 months. Yeah. Previously, he had been possessed by Magichan for like a couple months.
Magichan, is that just another?
That's another Sonichu he created.
Why are they all called Sonichus, but then there's a Sonichu?
There's Sonichu. Yeah, people have brought that up before, where it's just like Chris-Chan sees it as like the naming mechanics from Pokemon. Sonichu is the name of the species, but it's also the name of Sonichu, and all the other Sonichus have like nicknames, basically. So that's why one of them is called Punchy and Wild and Angelica. So yeah.
That is true.
I love
Because
Punchy.
you catch a Pikachu in Pokemon, and they're all Pikachu.
Yeah.
But then your personal Pikachu, you nickname something, and he just named his personal one Sonichu.
And he says that like the reason why Sonichu is called Sonichu is because he's the first of the species, even though technically he's retconned that to say Magichan was like the first.
Huh.
Yeah. Chris-Chan's
Consistent.
super weird.
He's not even good with his own lore.
Yeah.
Trash.
The one problem in the Sonichu comics is the age.
And the fact he named one of them Punchy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Punchy's my favorite because it's the most racist.
Wait, why?
You like racing stuff.
It's funny
That's
when
fun.
it's funny when Chris-Chan does it because it's so tone deaf. Like it's something like your old grandpa would do. Where you're like, hey grandpa, draw like, if you like gave your grandpa a pen and said draw like an Asian guy, you know your grandpa would would
Draw
accidentally
2
draw.
lines.
Yeah, he'd accidentally do it because that's just how he grew up. But Chris-Chan really doesn't have that excuse. But Chris-Chan, Punchy is a fighting type Sonichu. He lives in a dojo. He loves martial arts, and unlike all the other Sonichus that have like that sort of Sonic style where it's like one big eye that kind of like gets narrower in the middle,
Yeah.
Punchy has 2 individual eyes that are very, very thin. So people are just like, so a lot of people like look at Punchy like, okay, this is an Asian caricature.
Wow.
Yeah. Chris-Chan says he's not racist, but he's pretty unintentionally racist. But that he grew up in the South. He grew up with 2 really old parents, so it couldn't be helped but learn from him.
I know you said that you wanted to meet him.
I don't.
What would you say to him if you ever meet him?
I would say like, hey Chris-Chan, I'm a big fan of your work. You're an amazing individual. Would you like to go play Pokemon Go with me and my friends?
I'd feel so
I would feel
uncomfortable
uncomfortable,
around
yeah.
him.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think I'd be able to hang out with him.
Get
I'd
booty
want to
raped.
die the whole time.
No, Christian's not interested in guys. He
He's
detests
just
the brute
gross.
males. That's another thing I love about Christian is his constant hypocrisy. Christian will like talk about how much he hates. He's like, one of the big things leading to his transition is the fact that Christian has a very simple view of men and women, almost like a 90s cartoon caricature. Women like to go shopping. They like to gossip. They're very empathetic and caring and nice. They're the delicate, they're the fairer sex. Men are these big brutes that like violence and fighting and being tough. And it's funny because like that by default is so old now. I mean, obviously, I think everyone at this point knows that like those are super old gender stereotypes.
Right.
There's new, more modern ones that are a little bit more accurate, but those ones are like right out the window. But Chris-Chan like doesn't understand that because he's autistic, quite frankly. Chris-Chan has to put things into one category. So when he's looking at human traits, he has to put them in the category of male or female. So because of that, Christian's like, well, I'm caring and empathetic and nice, even though he's not. So I must be a female soul. Because Christian's like, I always detest the brute male things. But Christian is kind of an example of always resorting to violence as his first retaliation. He ran over a dude in his car. He pepper sprayed a GameStop employee. Christian very much defaults to violence in like every situation.
How has he never been arrested?
He has been, but he
Oh.
always
Wait, he
gets
did? He
off.
has been arrested?
Yeah, he's
And no one locked him up?
No.
They,
No.
someone should lock him up. Let's get a petition.
You can get away with so much if you're autistic.
No, if you're Christian. It's sad. But yeah, Christian, that's another reason why I don't believe Christian is trans, just because of the way he approaches like gender, the concept of gender, like as two individual categories. It's just like, Christian, you don't have this capacity. You just mentally cannot make this you mentally cannot make this reflection on yourself. It's sad.
His mom just like not do anything with him, like
His mom doesn't care anymore. She's old. I think she's literally waiting to die.
I would too.
Um,
It's her fault though.
for a while there, she was feeding a lot of his like crazy conspiracy theories, and giving him like conciliatory platitudes, basically. Christian's kind of disturbing with his mom. He had to buy, after the fire, after they moved back into their house, they only had one bed.
oh no.
Yeah. So like Christian later got a bed because according,
Do you think he's done stuff with his mom?
I don't think he's not done anything like that, like what you're referring to with his mom. But apparently his mom's wanted to spoon.
Oh.
And apparently like she got mad at Christian because he's bad at spooning. So Christian, like the
I feel
first,
like there's other stuff that's going on that we just don't know about.
it's funny because Christian's literally mentioned like, who hasn't thought about getting with their mom? And it's like, Christian,
What?
every normal person has not thought about that. It's like, it's weird that Christian does these things where like, if Christian does something weird, he like tries to make it seem like it's normal. Like, so he'll just relate it to something else. He'll be like, we've all been there. It's like, no,
No.
Christian, just you. Like when Christian can't control his bowels, so he's like, who hasn't, crapped their pants? Yeah, every time Christian does something weird, like he started wearing what he calls muscle bras, even though they're just sports bras, to, control his man boobs. So Christian is like, I hate the sight of a bare-chested man. And then so what Christian started saying was like, no, you guys need to cover up because no one wants to see that. It's like, that's, just totally getting rid of gay men and women who would like to see, or even straight men who just want to see like a well-built dude.
Yeah, I mean, look at Ryan Reynolds, baby.
Yeah.
Nipples.
Verdict's still out on you, Austin. But Christian will say like, nobody wants to see that. And like,
because he doesn't want to.
yeah, just because he doesn't want to. And it's, you see, the funny thing is, there would be nothing wrong with saying I'm uncomfortable around bare-chested guys. But Christian like says like, oh, no one wants to be around a bare-chested guy.
He must have some daddy issues.
Yeah. Christian even started a Facebook group for like, for men to wear bras, basically. He took the cover for Magic Mike, and then in MS Paint he drew bras on all the guys on the cover. And finally, like, I forget who it was, but like, it was one of his fake girlfriends who like told him like, well, I like the sight of a bare-chested man. I think it's really hot if he's got like really nice defined pecs. And Christian's like starts freaking out, like, what? You and like Christian's like, am I wrong? Like, it's a rare moment of self-reflection where Chris like contemplates that he might possibly be wrong on a
The
topic.
answer is yes.
Yeah.
You're always wrong.
Yeah, it's
If you ever question whether or not you're right or somebody else is right, you are always wrong.
Except me, I'm always right.
Jonah's always right. Jonah gave me the winning lottery numbers last week.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah.
You didn't share?
No. I
Well-
spent it all on Dogecoin.
What were
Lost
the?
it
That's
all.
where it is.
You lost every
I
single
lost every penny to Dogecoin.
No, you guys
Elon
gotta
Musk
keep.
lied to me.
Would
Just
you,
keep
would you
holding
share
it.
your money if you won?
Oh, I would definitely share. I'd be almost afraid to have that much money because like the lottery publishes you, so it's like I saw one where some dude got like sued by his landlord, so I would immediately quietly distribute all the money to
He
like
got sued by his landlord?
for some reason, and she
Yeah.
got like a quarter.
See, that's why I don't like that the lottery does that. Like, makes your name public. Like,
Wait,
I don't.
can't you not?
No, I think you have to. Like, I think like if you
Here's
win,
free
it's
advice:
like-
if you ever win the lottery, take the lump sum. Don't take payments.
You can take payments.
Yeah, you can take payments for it, but you take the lump sum and then put it in an annuity or a savings account,
That's just
and you
bills.
you can just live off the interest.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
if
like,
I
don't you need to like hire like somebody to like help you?
You'll
figure
need
out,
an
like, how to,
accountant,
like,
yeah. One you can trust. But yeah, if I ever won the lottery, I would. Well, first off, my mom's like does financing, so I'd probably just ask her for all her advice. But the biggest thing is I'd like distribute the money quietly to like people who I think deserve it. So you guys would each get some. I'd definitely give some to my mom, my sister, I
Yeah.
guess my dad.
I guess my dad.
So yeah, I would hate to win the lottery. So I hope someday Christian wins the lottery.
I don't. That'd be so scary.
That would be
He'd probably
scary.
just blow it all in
Yeah,
a
that's
week
true. He probably
and
would
go
just
back
blow
to
all
being
the money.
poor.
Yeah,
What do you think you would buy?
My Little Pony.
stupid stuff. Yeah. Oh, Okay, we're almost at the end, but I want to touch on My Little Pony because as Jonah talked about it. Christian does not like the fact that the current season of My Little Pony is over and that they're moving on to Gen 5 of My Little Pony. And is very upset about it. Every time, he follows a lot of like bronies and people that post My Little Pony content, so every time someone posts about the new generation, Christian always like comments below like, "No, cancel Pony Gen 5."
Cancel.
He hates it because it's part of his weird delusion. Also because he's autistic, he hates the concept of change.
But hasn't it changed before?
Yeah, it has, but this is the generation Christian got into.
Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, it's had
I think
9
we'll get
seasons,
used
so
to
it's
it.
been around for like 9 years,
Yep.
and had like multiple movies and specials and stuff. So, I mean, it's been around for a while. So he hates change and does not want it to end. But it's gonna end because the company wants to rebrand to appeal to a younger audience.
Yeah.
Which
He'll get over it.
I don't know. Last time a company changed something about a cartoon character, he maced a GameStop employee. So who knows what's gonna happen this time?
Oh gosh.
I'm just waiting for the day that he kills somebody.
Oh yeah, I don't know if he's gonna kill someone.
Might
See,
do it
It'd be like
on
yeah,
accident.
Yeah, I could see him like trying to, but I don't think he'd actually be able to. Like, if anyone, I feel like anyone would be able to fight off Chris.
I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
he would hit someone with a car, and he wouldn't be trying to kill them. He was like, you can kill someone like
Yeah.
that.
Speaking of fighting off Chris, we'd all be able to take Chris fairly easily.
Mhm.
Christian always
never
claims.
planning on fighting him.
Yeah, Christian was like I was for a while claiming to be 5'10", but then Christian started claiming to be 5'11".
Was he the one that was like part of some like underground fight thing?
No,
Or he was like trying to like be a part of like some guy was trying to fight him or something.
I don't think so. That's Charlie Zonoff.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's another good little cow. But yeah, but on official police record, Christian is actually 5'9". So
I mean, it's
Christian
still a
is-
respectable
So he's
height.
taller than me.
yeah, but you could probably easily take him. Like I said, he has no muscle mass, like at all.
Yeah, let's go find him and just beat him up.
Yeah, there's 4
No,
of us. We got this.
we're not gonna
Yeah, you just
assault
wanna beat
Christian.
somebody up.
No.
I mean, sometimes, but not Christian. Not
Why,
the
he's weaker
creator
than
of,
us.
not the mayor of Quickville,
He's-
the creator of Sonichu.
I think we could. He does.
We should challenge. Okay, officially, Alex is now officially challenging Chris to a charity.
Chris.
He's challenges Chris to a charity boxing match. All proceeds from the match go to the charity of the winner's choice.
Let's
go
go,
to
baby.
Asperger's
This will
charity.
take place in September. Christian, if you agree to this, we look forward to hearing from you, and we'll work out the details. But yeah, charity boxing match
Get
between
this out there, baby.
yeah Christian and Alex. Winner takes all.
All of what?
I don't know. All the glory.
I feel
Ask
like
him-
if this
I'll get
is
some
gonna
of his
actually
Transformers.
happen.
Yeah, you get his Transformers if you win.
Oh,
What
bro.
does he get if he wins?
He gets your wife.
That's fair.
You can make that big.
Wife for
I've seen you fight
Transformers.
people way bigger than you, Alex. You can easily take Christian.
Yeah, no, I'm just
feel
joking
like
around.
I might
All
just
right,
start
this is a
rooting for
special Chris Chan
Chan.
episode that's gonna get no views because it's gonna be really weird.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Why?
Thank you.
We have hope.
Thank you for listening to Three
I
Guys
don't.
5 Feet Apart. I've been your host, Michael.
It's your boy Austin.
And I'm Alex.
Jonah.
All right. Okay. On the count of three, everyone say bye. 1, 2, 3.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.